Hello, everyone. It is Courageous, and I'm here with the first debt update. Why do I have the hiccups? Why? The first debt update of 2023. So, if you want to see what my debt is looking like, if you want to see my debt update and my strategies on how I'm going to pay all this off in 2023, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get right into it. All right, so this is my debt tracker. I created it on Canva, the best place ever, and this is for the month of January 2023. Why do I have the hiccups? And this is my total debt. We're gonna get into the details in a minute. But here's my goal payoff date, December 2023. My goal for the month is to strategize. If you saw my vision board video, you know I love my active verbs, right? Because they require doing. I have the freaking hiccups. I have a little key up here for the abbreviations you will see down here. If you see NIT, that means no interest till. If you see IT, that means interest rate. Before we get into the details, anytime I do a debt payoff tracking or update, I like to pull an affirmation card for the month from my sweet ass affirmations deck. So let's see what my affirmation for my debt in the month of January 23 is. All right, so we have two here. By kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship with life. Kisses to my bliss. The next one is I am immortal through my creations and my influence. That's deep, y'all. The beauty of this deck is that it has messages in the back. And if you're watching this video, this affirmation is not just for me, right? This message, sometimes the message aren't directly for me. It could be me channeling it for you, or it could just be an energy that is in the air. So let's start with the following, the kissing the bliss. When you follow your bliss, that thing that truly electrifies you, 4 things automatically happen. You put yourself in the path of good luck. You meet the people you want to know. Doors open where there weren't doors before, and doors open for you that wouldn't open to anyone else. Electrify yourself, follow those smiles. That is interesting because if you don't know, now you know. I'm very spiritual. I meditate mostly every day, but I pray every single day at my altar, and I talk to God. Like, God and I are besties. Like, we talk all the time. And this is something that this conversation I was having with him earlier today, and for the past few days since the year began. But this is something that I've been really thinking on how I can channel my passions. And I literally told him, like, I know you're gonna open doors like where a window won't even fit. So that's why it's interesting, because doors that weren't there before, I'm like, that's something I said. I'm like, I know you're gonna open doors where a window won't even fit. So so this is a great affirmation. Let's see the other one. Why settle for being a king when you can be a god? Why settle for watching someone else create their dreams when you can create your own? One day you will physically expire, but this doesn't have to be the end of you. Everything you work on, create, and influence will continue to work. Create and influence. After you jump ship, the world will absorb your flesh and become one with your sacred creations. What message do you want to leave? That's deep. That is deep. And actually, this is pertinent to a conversation that I was having about legends with my mentor earlier today. So how can we apply this to our finances? What I think this is telling me, because I've been thinking about restarting one of my previous side hustles that I kind of let go when I moved here to Rhode Island, because obviously I have to focus on my career and learning a whole new state. But I'm gonna keep that private for now. But I feel you and I see you. And this is how God works. He just like, he sends those things that aren't really coincidences. But I'm just gonna put synchronicity about side hustle. And I will know what that means. All right, so now let's get into this actual debt. All right, so I've broken down all of my debt. This does not include my mortgage. This does not include my vehicle. And this does not include my student loans, because Lord, we be here forever. Lord, let that Supreme Court come through. I have faith. But I also have, a government job. So at least there's that to fall back on. But yeah, so this is my commercial debt, as I like to call it, not including, like I said, vehicle, house, and student loans. So I have 4 credit cards that have balances, 1 personal loan, and these 2 are lines of credit. I guess I don't know. I financed my furniture when I moved into my new house. I was just like, that credit score can hit the rocks. I'm kidding. I'm still very much taking care of my credit score. But I also needed brand new furniture and I wanted it right away. So, let's start with these credit cards. So I have my Discover It credit card. With this balance. This is the monthly payment, and this is the interest rate. So remember, IT is interest rate, and IT is no interest until. So Discover It and Discover Chrome. So the Discover It has a high interest rate, 27.24%. The Discover Chrome has a promotional interest rate of 0.9% until September. So that gives me a little bit more time for that one. The Apple card has the lowest balance, so I don't. We'll see the strategy, but I'm not too worried about that one. The minimum payment is low. The interest rate is 25.74. Obviously, I want to get everything paid off, but we'll see my strategy in a minute. OneMain, the personal loan, has the highest interest rate with 29.98%. And this is the remaining balance. And Lord, I've been paying, this is the monthly payment, $227, and I've been paying this since 2019, and I really want to get this. I really want to get rid of this loan. So that right there is going to be gone soon. Then the Synchrony. So what we did is we financed the furniture, and these are the remaining balances so far for the furniture. There is no interest on these lines of credit. I don't even know if it's a line of credit or a credit card, whatever that is. There's no interest until October of this year. And then my husband's Best Buy credit card. So I froze my credit because somebody stole my identity and opened up a credit card in my name. Luckily, because I have all of my alerts. If you don't have alerts on your credit, what is you doing, baby? So I got the email right away on the day that it happened. It was on a Sunday that I had a hard inquiry on my credit. So it was on a Sunday, unfortunately. So I had to wait till the next day. The next day I called and it turned out, somebody got a credit card in my name. Cancel that immediately. I froze all my credits, all of my credit reports, so that nobody can apply for credit at all. Because I was just like, no, we're not doing this. I need to see if my information, I changed all my passwords on like everything. You know how long it takes to change your passwords on everything, but I did it. So we applied, my husband really wanted this big screen TV. We got like a 72-inch TV. If you hear anything in the background, that's him right now watching it. That's all. That's him. So we got it under his name, but I'm paying for it. So that has no interest until November 2024. So the total debt here is $26,073.15. And we're going to pay all of this off by December 23. I have claimed it as my own. I have spoken in the name of God. I will pay this in this year by December. So how am I going to do that? Right? Remember, my goal for this month is to strategize. So I've come up with a strategy on how I'm going to do that. Strategy number, well, I'm just gonna review it. This is my strategy. Oh, well, here we go. Strategy number 1. We're gonna start with the loan, One Main. It's the highest interest rate, and it's one of the highest payments. So as you can see, the furniture is the highest payments, and then the third highest is the personal loan. The furniture doesn't have interest, so we're going straight for that loan. I'm coming at that loan's neck first. Next, we're going to go with the furniture. I do want to pay it off before interest kicks in October. So we're going to go with the one with the highest payment, which is Synchrony J. And then we're going to go with the next highest payment, which is Synchrony A. That's what we're coming for next. After that, we're going to the Discover It card, because it has the second highest interest rate, and it has a higher balance with interest rate. So we're going with that one. Next, we're going with Discover Chrome, because I want to pay that off before that promotional interest rate expires in September. Because after that, it'll probably I'm assuming it'll go back up to that interest rate. Next, we're going to go with Apple, only because it's a small balance. I might, don't get it twisted. If I can knock out Apple along any step of the way, I'll do that. But Apple is low priority because it's a low payment. It has an interest rate, but it's a low payment. It's no sweat off my back, right? To make $25. So next we'll go with Best Buy, only because we have time. We have until November next year. So we have basically 2 years to pay this off. So that will be the last of my concerns, but it's still on the list. How am I going to do that? So my husband started working. If you are new to my channel, when we moved to Rhode Island, my husband was not working. I needed him home, watch the daughter, take care of the dogs, and take care of the dog breeding business that we used to run. We shuttered that. And now that we've bought a house, he is now back at work. He's contributing. However, because I paid all of the bills without him working, I am not I'm not trying to let that lifestyle creep come in, right? Where you get more money in and you spend more money. So what I'm doing with my husband's contribution, whatever he gives me, I've been transferring it to savings, or I might use it for, buy myself a little something, or whatever. But for the strategy is, for the most part, I've been putting it towards savings. So the strategy is half of what he gives me will be for savings, because I still want to save money. I'm not trying to not save money. I need money in my bank. And half of it will be to debt. So that way I can start eating away at that balance. And he gets paid weekly, so that's perfect, because every week I'm going to be making a payment toward debt until I meet my savings goal. So I want to save, not my ultimate savings goal, but I have a savings goal of save $6,000. Once I save $6,000, I will put all of it, what he contributes, to debt. Right? So that is the strategy with the money he gives me. Next is side income. So whatever I make for side income, I'm going to put to the 100 envelope challenge. I started the 100 envelope challenge on Thursday. So what I'm doing, and I'm doing it digitally. I'm not keeping all this money, and I'm not keeping 100 envelopes. I'm not doing that. So I just color in the money as I go. So the 100 envelope challenge will be funded by side income money, because I just got confirmation, like, go on with your side hustle. So I will be starting that again. Side income money for the 100 envelope challenge. And then when I complete the 100 envelope challenge, that is all going to debt. Rollover money will also go to the 100 envelope challenge. And that, like I said, will all go to debt. I got a grant for teaching excellence, and that's for this semester. And most of that will go to debt. So it's a $2,500 grant. Taxes will be taken out, I'm sure. But what my goal is to put at least $1,700 of that to debt, because that's a big chunk. That if with this and this, I should be able to knock this out in no time. The only thing is I don't know when I'm getting I know it'll be sometime this semester. I just don't know the exact date when they're going to give it to me. But that will be going mostly to debt, if not all, because we got to see. Like I said, I don't know when it's coming. So depending on when it gets here, it might all go to debt. Because if that $2,500, let's say after taxes, it's like $2,200, they don't take out a lot of taxes from those grants. That could probably knock out this one main. And then after I meet my savings goal of $6,000, I'm going to shift to aggressive debt payment. So whatever I allocate for savings every month, I will split that and contribute most of that to debt while still saving. Because again, we're not going to stop saving to pay off debt. We still need that nest egg, especially with the way things are going, with all these prices. Like eggs are $23. $23.46 for some eggs. And just for reference, I'm talking about the carton of 60 eggs at Walmart. But last year, before inflation hit, it was $7.52 for that same 60. So now there's $23.46 for eggs. So that is my strategy to pay off debt. I approach debt differently depending on the circumstance and the goal. Like, for example, when I was buying my house, I did not use this method. I wanted to raise my credit as high as possible, which I did, because I raised my credit like almost 100 points from June to August, not in the same year. So from June of 2021 to August of 2022. And actually it was before then. Yeah. So it was like by June, but I wasn't prepared to start buying the house until August 2022. So I raised my credit over 100 points by tackling it a different way, which was I paid whatever credit card was due next. I don't need to speed up my credit. My credit is in a great place, right? Because I already raised it 100 points, despite getting my debt and then that stupid hard inquiry from when they stole my identity, which they still haven't taken off. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that off. Like, but I'm gonna call them again. I'm like, hey, what's the status? But I have at least nobody stole my identity and actually got a credit card. But that was my strategy for that. This one, I just want to pay off as much as I can, because if you look at it, I'm paying $963.29 in monthly payments. That's almost $1,000. You know what I could be doing with $1,000 a month? Saving it. And it's like, if I'm saving $1,000, I'll have $12,000 at the end of the year. But I'm putting it towards that. So I need to get aggressive with this so that I open up that part of my income. Those $1,000 can go straight to saving aggressively. Right? So that is my strategy for 2023. Who's with me? Let's pay off some debt. Go team, go. Woo! If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what's your strategy to tackle debt, if you have any? And what's your strategy to stay debt free if you don't have any debt in 2023? All right, this is Courageous. Stay brave.